Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or to this, to that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family. Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family. Commander General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K,
even though I don't know you, I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
I.S.U.P.K.com is the website. We in the building. Do every year, right before the Passover. Heavy hitters on deck. General Muhammad,
right,
the one and only in the house with us. You understand? Is Margal in with us?
Yes, sir. He on.
Margal up in here. General Margal up in the building.
Shalom, sir.
Only man, he's his pioneers now, baby. You understand? General Hazayan. Lace your boots up, goddammit.
That's right. Put a walls come back. Put a beat yet. Put a walls up. Put a beat yet. Yeah.
You understand? In the building. Holding us down, man. I'm Commander General YAHANNA, man. I'm glad to be here, man, with our dynamic crew holding us down week after week after week. Big shout out to Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibahayah, and Officer Mathumyad holding us down, doing our thing. Ibah, you was throwing down on the Sabbath services last week. Give it up for Ibahayah this week. You was throwing down on the Sabbath service. You understand? Somebody check Mathumyad before he beat up some one of them Edomites out there. Y'all sent the wrong cat to interview. He's like, what? Yeah, what I said is, so he's supposed to be interviewing the cat. He better get it. Yeah. Big shout out to Mathumyad up in the building. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down. Yediah had to take a little break. We done wore him out. Working him to death with all that we got him doing. Big shout out to you, It's good to see you back, Yediah, man. You understand? Hard-working brother up in this troop, coming up, man, doing what he do. And of course, Officer Murrah, you moved into the new spot. Congratulations to you and the family. You understand? Y'all on the come up. I ain't gonna tell the story I told the other day. I don't want to get nobody upset what I was telling you about the other day. Some stories is best left off the air. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna mention it, but big shout out to Officer Murrah. You know what I mean? Warring hard, struggling with family and bringing them on through the fire. You know what I'm saying? We all learning and growing and getting better at what we do. You know what I'm saying? All over the place in all the cities. I don't know if I gave a big shout out at all to Captain Yatazak and his whole team out there in Texas, man, hosted us. You understand? Like I came and explained, we really appreciate that. Also, Gadalha, Captain Gadalha. Don't know if I recognized his cookout as well. It was amazing. You know what I mean? Can I please mention Kazak Ahmad? Kazak Ahmad, that boy.
That's right.
You understand? Like he's cutting through there, man, in the airwaves, being recognized all out there in Hollywood. My other brothers, his words cannot be denied. The tapes he does cannot be denied. When I saw he did the Family Annihilator, I almost fell out my seat. Muhammad, I know you had something to do with this.
That's all him. That's all him.
I said Muhammad must have had something to do with this. But Kazak Ahmad is a bad cat in the work of the North. And not just him, you got a strong set of teams there. You got Barack Yard. Is it Yard on Barack's name?
Two of
You got Barack. You got in DC.
Barack.
Just Barack. Big shout out to Barack, another heavy hitter, making some powerful work also in DC. You understand? Up here in Philly, we got Yediah knocking brains out up here. Big shout out to Yediah doing it. West Coast, you got Officer Thabawan.
Yeah.
Another heavy, and there's more coming.
Dark-skinned brother in the West Coast. I always forget his name.
Big shout out to
another
Yahweh.
dark-skinned.
I know Makwalat is another beast.
He's another good one.
Makwalat,
Yeah.
how do you sleep, man? Makwalat posting every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is he able to sleep?
What's the brother that made a song about Amalek? He does a
Oh,
there's a
Natazab.
ton of ridiculous.
Get out of here.
videos.
Dropping it
Yeah.
up. Big
Hell
shout
of a
out
job.
to Natazab, what he's doing. Of course, you can't say nothing about online or battling unless you bring up Captain Tazaria.
Right.
Captain Tazaria, them sodomites look like they got you a little upset. Somebody sent me a link over. I turned the tape on. You motherfucker! Call me same thing. You better check the Zari out, see if he all right. I think them sodomites that went off the rail. Listen, he's so right about what he's saying. You know how many of these fake groups we've had to endure, man? We've had to endure so many. We had to endure House of David, making Marshall David.
Yeah.
We had to trudge through that. With people all over the world asking us, are y'all saying that this man is David now? Right?
Come.
Then we had to endure the God-sent comforter. Is he the comforter? He's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, come.
We had to trudge through that. Had to teach. We teach more of the same thing just to clear up the nonsense that keeps coming back. Then we had to deal with Tahar with the 9-year-old girls. That was a rough one.
Come.
Because they were trying to equate us with Islam.
Yeah.
You understand? Trying to say we know Muhammad had the young girl. Y'all saying the same thing. Then we had to deal with them with the white girls.
That's right.
Come.
That's right.
Them and Rikashiyah.
All right.
Bringing in the white people. Everybody had to question us about that. We've been enduring a lot
Yeah.
with fake groups, man.
Come.
Then, of course, we had to deal with Nate and the purple gamers. Twerking. Full out twerking. Our reputation said woof after that.
I'm telling you.
That was a blow. Because all they had to do was turn on Them purple faggots over there. What's that college where they wear the purple and gold?
Oh, the Omega Psi Phi.
Omega Psi Homo. You turn them on, brother. You get you'll understand, Nathan.
Yeah, man.
We had to go through enduring that. Now it done just got ridiculous. Now you got to deal with a straight up homosexual camp. Straight up, we takes it in the butt. Just a straight, you know what I mean? Like it done got bad now. You got to get this straight, you know. Like, and here's the thing, right? We don't want to be fighting sodomites over sodomy. It's against the scriptures. It's against the law. We want to go on and teach and raise our people up. Now, y'all sound like y'all raising up a bunch of sodomites for what? What's the mission? You know, man? Booty bashing. It's insane. So now we got to trudge through that. And that's why I guess Captain Zaryak got good and upset. Because the shame that you bring into the truth is ridiculous. Nobody should have to endure that. And you have tore down our reputation before the world in so many ways. Now people just look at Israelites like they crazy until we break it down and decipher that. Big shout out to all the brothers that have been hitting the streets doing an amazing job. Because y'all been fighting the propaganda and the poison tooth and nail. Food drives, helping brothers and sisters, camps, teaching, podcasts, all of that has pushed up against a tidal wave of lies to bring the truth down at the time that is needed the most. You a bunch of immoral rats is what you are. To do that right now, when blacks and Latinos are under the gun the most, now is the time when you want to push and promote being a Hebrew Israelite homosexual, when you know good and goddamn well it's totally against the scriptures. You got no morals. Then I heard some of these little groups out here talking about you could sin and be an Israelite or some nonsense. Mm-hmm. Then when we come up and our name comes up, then you want to question us on doctrine. You want to debate doctrine. You want to go into all of that stuff. A lot of you brothers are an abomination to the Most High, man. You don't even know it. You'll see it after a while, though. You hurting the truth with your fake groups. That whole group that came out of Zachariah, if you had an ounce of morals, you would have disbanded the whole group. If you had an ounce of morals, you would have, for the sake of the truth, you would have disbanded that group and you would have said, we was wrong. We somehow let this cat creep in. You was going to say something on him? No. You somehow let this cat creep in, you would have stopped. Slocky, I know I'm running a little. All right. You would have stopped. But anyway, and I just got to give one more shout out, man. Big shout out to Yaradan and his family, man. You understand? Right now, his little son is gone through. His little son Nas had a surgery. I hope he don't mind me bringing this out, but he had a surgery and there was some issues with it, so they working with him. And the little fella, he ain't but about this tall. Yeah. So it's a lot on the little fella, you know what I'm saying? But he's tough as nails, and they coming through. So I just want y'all to know, man, we praying for you and all the brothers around this entire nation and outside this nation, meaning the nation of Israel, for all that you might be suffering and going through right now. You understand? Our brother out there in Chicago who suffered a situation, Lord allow, he's coming up. Big shout out to Nadia. Big shout out to her. She's on the rebound, looking good, coming back strong. You understand? There's quite a few. The young lady in Texas, what's her name?
California.
You got one in Texas and one in California. You got
right, one in Texas.
Let's get the names right. What's the warrior's name and his wife? I always mess up his name. You got to go ahead and pull it up. I definitely want to give them a big shout out as well. So, you know, some of our people are going through more things than others. And there's a time now for you to reflect on that, because then you can start reflecting on your own selfish ass. Right. Start thinking about what somebody else is dealing with, what somebody else is going through. And maybe, just maybe, you might get, you understand, the idea. Thapara, big shout out to Thapara out there in Texas, man. Going through it. Go ahead, you got one, Hans?
Yeah, Officer Yahweh Rum out down in Atlanta.
Officer Yahweh Rum, big shout out to him, holding it down. Off in California, Officer Kamada, big shout out to Officer Kamada and his wife, and he going through some troubles. It's some rough times coming. You know what I mean? They want to cut the SNAP and the food stamps and all of that stuff, but the Most High is raising up a nation. That's why, once again, big shout out to Tazariot. I'm glad he got mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he cursed them cats out. You're gonna let Vocab Malone be your spiritual guidance, like Vocab Malone gonna guide the Roman. You ain't got a Roman to guide you back to how to serve God. Give me a break. What a low life. And that shows you never had nothing in you. If you need Vocab Malone to give you guidance, you damn sure never had no truth in it. You understand? You damn sure didn't. So I'm it was right that he got upset and said what he said, because the world needs to see the real camp, the real work of the Most High.
Right.
And all this other nonsense needs to go away. Go ahead, Haas.
So it's one with Officer Karab down in Clean or Austin.
Clean.
Yeah.
Officer Karab, big shout out to you, man. You know what I mean?
There's a brother.
Go ahead, Maya.
It's a brother in California too. I think Quadasha Allah is his name.
Big shout out to Quadasha Allah. That's his name. Okay. Big shout out to him as well. You know what I'm saying? That we thinking about all our brothers and sisters, keeping all our brothers and sisters in their prayer, focusing on the real mission, the real job. You understand? And not trying to be some sissy, you understand, distracted with conversations about some homosexual on whether he was really a homo or was it kind of like he was experimenting or was it really like what actually happened, and who gives a damn? You all faggots. Every last one of you, because you all adhere to it and you all approve it. You understand? And it's dead wrong, and you hurting the work of the Lord. I'm coming up off of it. Y'all got it. Let's get it on, y'all.
You die.
Damn right.
Khan. Indiana man charged in fatal shooting of cleaning woman who accidentally went to wrong home.
You got to show that picture, bro.
As prosecutors wait. Charges, a family left reeling and demanding justice for the horrific shooting death of a woman who showed up to clean the wrong house. Wednesday morning, 32-year-old Maria Florinda Rios Perez de Velasquez, a mother of 4, mistakenly arrived at this home in suburban Indianapolis with her husband to clean it. But police say inside the home, the 2 residents believed their home was being broken into and called 911. According to police, in the 5 minutes between the call and when officers arrived, one of the residents shot through the door, killing Rios Perez de Velasquez. She died in the arms of her husband, who says, "She fell into my arms, and I saw the blood. It was everywhere." Her husband telling affiliate WRTV that they came to the U.S. from Guatemala 4 years ago. Their youngest child is only 11 months. While the shooter has not been identified, the coroner's office ruling the manner of death a homicide, resulting from a gunshot wound to the head. The prosecutor still deciding whether or not to file charges. Indiana has a strong stand your ground law, which allows homeowners to use reasonable force if they believed it necessary to prevent death or harm. But a neighbor isn't sure it applies here.
It shouldn't have happened. Don't shoot first, ask questions later. Just don't sit here and take it upon yourself to shoot some innocent person.
Family left reeling.
You could pause that. Y'all want to go first?
Please, up to you.
I was just gonna come out and say how, one, that don't apply to stand your ground, and they know the woman was, and they got the footage of the shooting. You can see the woman was easily 3 to 4 feet away from the front door. Easily. Second of all, Nobody kicked the door, banged the window, anything. They rang the damn doorbell. They looked out that peephole. That rat looked out that peephole, saw that it was a Mexican, and just blew her away. Why is it no mistakes don't happen to white people? There you go. Look at bitter. White people are bitter winners. Look at this cat. This is the winner. This is the winner of the earth, the most powerful country in the world, the most wealthiest country in the world, that has subjugated more dark-skinned people than any other people on the earth. This bastard is angry at what he's accomplished. He's angry at his own murder. Angry at all that he had raped, robbed, and murdered. He's furious about it. And gonna take this sister's life, man, for nothing. And let me tell you something. And white people want the freedom to just be murderers. Like, they more angry at the fact that they don't have the reign to just murder. Like, he's shot because he believes he should have the right to do that. If he see a Mexican in front of his house, he got the right to shoot that Mexican in his own mind. And it is why he got to be put in chains. It's why he got to be put in captivity. Because otherwise this man will just be a beast. I'm done. That's all I want to say.
Give out, Commander Yohana. If I can say one thing, Haas.
Yes, sir.
Now, of course, from going through this constantly, he's going to plead not guilty. And he shot her in the head, which means he's looking through the peephole, aiming. Yeah. He's not just randomly shooting through the door. That means he's looking through the peephole, putting the gun through the door and aiming. And it took days for them to decide to charge him.
Did they charge him?
They charged him today.
What they charged him?
With with murder.
They did charge him.
But I'm not sure what murder.
Right.
I'm not sure, one
and who
that
knows
matters.
if it'll stand.
That's my point, sir. From going through this 1,000 times, do not be shocked if he beats this case.
Right.
Because all he has to do is get a jury full of white people and say, and convince white people of this. Would you have been afraid? Would you have wanted to shoot through that door? Is there an invasion coming from Venezuela?
Right.
Is this country being invaded? Donald Trump used that exact language.
Yes.
Invasion.
That's what he said.
That which is why he got these powers to enact ICE, because these are wartime powers. That during wartime, a president can put the National Guard on the streets because we're being invaded by Mexico. And so if we're being invaded by Mexico, clearly a Mexican on your porch could be your concern, your worry that she's here to do you harm. And some lawyer is going
with
to
a cleaning basket in her hand.
Some lawyer is going to make it reasonable. A lawyer is going to make it sound reasonable to another white man who thinks the same way. And that jury is always full of white people that go, stand your ground. This is my house. I'm afraid of Latinos. And don't be shocked if now we're doing another story 6 months from now, he beats this case, because it always happens, because white people want the right to murder. It's part of their American dream, their right to be happy, like to be able to murder someone simply because you are concerned. Right. And there's enough white people out there to get a man like this off. Now, this is how you'll know. If he pleads not guilty, then you know that's his defense. His defense is this: I should be afraid of Latino. Yes. I should be concerned about her. She could have. Was there a Latino that broke in the house down the block last week? Did someone else's house get broken into 2 weeks ago? They'll beat this case out because white people want the right to murder. They think it's their right because crime is a white privilege. Salaki, sir.
General, I can wait, sir. Go ahead, sir. I can wait, sir.
Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, General. Yes, sir.
I just want to say that the fact that they discharged them today show you that even society, white society itself, and this government and these rulers and these law enforcement, they even see the situation, see who got shot, who did the shooting, and they wait and give him all the benefit of the doubt, unless the pressure's too high and it's too viral and too many people are upset. Then they come and charge him today. But until then, even they give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, he said he was scared. let's wait and see how this how this unfolds. And but we never get the benefit of the doubt, of course. I yield, huh?
Yes, sir.
Before you go, Hans, just
Yes, sir.
Marat, can we do anything with my General Mayak's microphone? Or Mayak, can you check your microphone at the spot? You very muffled. You coming in muffled.
Salak. Yeah, Marat told me I'm trying to work it out. I don't know what's different. All right.
Yeah, it's not clear like it usually is. Salak. Maybe we gotta give you the one of these ones in here. I'm sorry, Haas, please.
Yes, sir. No, what I was gonna say is I know we're standing the ground and all that, right? But okay, this man is behind his home. He's in his house. He has a barrier between him and any kind of so-called assailant. So in essence, he's really safe. He already called 911. And one that he didn't do, I didn't hear this. He didn't tell 911 that I am armed. He ain't say, look, I got a weapon. People trying to break into my house, X, Y, Z. He ain't say none of that. Not a daggone thing. And for him to take a headshot behind a closed door, he had to have a scope on his rifle. Whether he had a rifle or if he had a pistol. Had to either have a red dot or a scope to be able to make that headshot the way he did. Because most people, when they shoot through the door, is scared. Like, I'm going, oh, shit, blah, 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 blah. You understand? This cat took his time and aimed. He had to really plan that. And listen, he behind his door. Like, really, you safe. Behind your door, you are safe. You understand? They got to come through the door. And I can see him trying to come through the door, kick the door. And no, that's not what's going on. She not. And he looked and took the shot after he called the cops. Calling the cops was his way of letting them know
he's scared.
No, not he's scared. I'm going to take this shot. So let me call the cops.
Same thing.
That's my
point.
Yeah, that's
my point.
Yeah. Like he took that shot because he know he's going to shoot. Yeah. He already knew he was going to shoot. Mm-hmm. So to set the game up, I'm going to call 911.
Yeah, that's my point.
Now, if I call 911, I'm cool. I'm good.
Boom.
I already reported it.
Bang.
They knocking, shot, bang, killed them. Now I'm good.
That's it.
That's the game. That's the hustle.
That's right.
Right there. When he was safe behind his doors. He behind the door is safe. That's why the neighbor said he was wrong, because she made the comment, what are we going to do, shoot first and ask questions later? She knew that was wrong.
Do you remember George Zimmerman, Haas?
That's all is in my mind is that.
You remember being in high school and watching Rodney King get beat?
Yeah.
And was stunned, sir, when they beat the kid. Yeah. I remember going to high school going, what? Yeah. It was so shocking when I was a kid that them cops that beat Rodney King were not guilty, not even a hung jury. Mm-hmm. Not guilty, which means all 12 people, some black people on the jury, said they were innocent. It was so shocking. And I was in 11th grade. It was so shocking. I remember going, that's impossible. Yeah. How many times have I seen it since then? Yeah. Over and over. George Zimmerman was a stunner. Like, there's just no way that what he did is equal. I mean, what he did was legal. And it was. It was legal because safety is a state of mind. And white people don't feel safe with us around. Mm-hmm. And that's just that. And every other white man will go, neither do I. I don't feel safe either. So now the cops are innocent. So now you shoot Fernando Castillo for going for his wallet. I would have been afraid too. Whoever kills a black or Latino, there is a white jury that will understand it. That will say, I put myself in that white man's shoes. I would have shot through the door. He called the cops, which is him establishing that he was afraid. So now he can just kill the person because he called the cops. And if the law says, if you're reasonably afraid, then you can kill him, then he's beating this case. And we're going to all be shocked again.
John, if I could.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he's a real piece of shit because if you see the footage of him killing her, listen, she rings the doorbell and steps back and puts the basket in front of her and holds it with both hands in the full maid uniform so that it is no mistake that she is here to clean the house. She got the bucket with all the cleaning supplies in the maid's outfit, looking at him in the door. But in America, killing us is their sport, which is why we should be looking for other ways. Like, it should be other ways for brothers and sisters to empower ourselves. We're going to be surprised at how great our nation will be when we start to pull back from putting our whole soul in this empire. Our soul is in this empire and we hate each other. When our soul comes into our empire, we're going to love each other. And that brotherhood and that sisterhood and that love for us is going to grow expeditiously. Like, these people have to be left alone, just like they were in the caves. They were in those caves because coming out of those caves, they was going to make havoc of the world. All we had to do was obey the Most High. We didn't do that, and now they came out the caves and have made a mess of the earth. We need them to go back up into them caves. And the only way that happens is if we withdraw from their world and begin to suffer in the Lord's world. That's where we need, and suffer because we have so destroyed ourselves. We should have all, listen, you know how many wealthy black people they are that don't have maids, that don't have gardeners, that don't have all those things? It should be brought into our world. Our Latinos as well. The brother got shot at picking up the trash the other day. Yeah. Coming out of the alley with the trash, this devil turns around and just shoots at him. We should leave their trash there. Yeah. Let them go pick up their own trash. You know what I'm saying? Let's find ways around that. Find ways to let them have their little world so that they can destroy themselves in it. When they first came over here as pilgrims out, they were dying. They were dying in the South. And they begged the North American Indians to help them. And the North American Indians helped them. They helped them farm. They helped them keep their cattle. They showed them how to cultivate the water. And the minute they got all of that down pat, they murdered the Indians. The Israelis came into Palestine in the 30s, begged the Palestinians to give them some land, to help them, to give them a section they could live in, because they was running persecution from, the so-called, from the Nazis. The Palestinians helped them and brought them into that land. Well, look at the Palestinians now. Now you know what it is. Like, you got to let a caveman be a caveman. And I look forward to the day when they get to be in their world and we get to do so much for our world. Because they have no brotherhood and harmony. And it will be right before the Most High to see them fall and us rise. You got something on over there?
That's General Mayak, so I think.
Mayak is on the air. Mayak, you getting it? He getting it. I'm done. Anybody else want to get in? Next door?
Come on.
You die?
Come on, sir.
Oh, Mayak. I think he's trying to get that mic together. Good.
Connor Wakan, sir. Federal agents launch immigration crackdown in the city of Charlotte.
This happened today, sir. They detained about 138 people today, right before class. They're breaking in car windows, going into daycare centers, bringing all of the chaos and havoc that white people voted for when they voted for Donald Trump into North Carolina. Do you have any video of the news coverage that if we can play it?
That looks like a child's hands right there.
Yeah, there's a ton of footage about what ICE came into North Carolina did today, terrorizing the city of North Carolina, of course, destroying the economy of the city, hurting the city for not voting for Donald Trump, and of course, getting everyone's mind off of the Epstein files. And so that's what happened to North Carolina today. And the brother, I believe, will find it. You got it, you die.
Federal agents have descended on the city of Charlotte in North Carolina as part of Donald Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration, the Department of Homeland Security has said. In a post on Twitter, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bonvino said at least 81 people have been arrested in the city on Saturday. Local officials, including V. Lyles, released a joint statement criticizing the operation, saying it was causing unnecessary fear and uncertainty in the community.
I think we might have the video, sir.
Yeah.
You die? Marad Salaki.
Let me tell you something. The horror they doing down there is what white people really prefer. Just be evil, racist bastards. These people and talk about the worst of the worst. They know damn well they ain't going after the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst ain't out there on the street.
Please.
The worst of the worst ain't trying to go to work and come home every day. The worst of the worst ain't building houses, working in factories, and washing dishes in the back of a goddamn restaurant. That's the worst of the worst. That's a damn lie. Look at them, brother. Those is regular, everyday brothers that we've been watching for years go to work in every city. But Donald Trump, like any vengeful brat, doesn't like the fact that those cities didn't stand on his side. So he wants to go in there and destroy their economies, destroy their ability. You understand? And do everything evil that he can do to bring that city to his knees. And our brothers have to suffer for it. But this ain't going to last forever. Believe you me, as we turn to the Most High in Christ, the Lord is going to bring these empires to their goddamn knees. You understand? Salaka, that was General Maya, hit me up.
No, sir.
You know, is going to bring these places to his knees. They love this type of chaos. They want to be cowboys with no repercussions. But the Most High is going to give them repercussions that they never thought they ever would get. All types of diseases is going to break out in this country in 2026. The very laws they put in place to harm us, the Most High is going to destroy them in those laws. Like the Most High is just. Like the scriptures say he is a judge. He sitteth on the judgment seat. But you can't tell that to a white man. He believes in aliens. He don't believe that there's a God in heaven that will judge his every action. Pharaoh didn't believe it either. Neither did the Roman Empire. Neither did the Babylonians. Neither did the Persians and the Medes. You understand? Save for Darius, who heard the prophecy and believed it. But all those prophecies came to pass. And those spoken of the prophets today will also come to pass. There will come a time. Somebody get it for me in Revelation. There will come a time in short order where the Most High will bring this place in 1 hour. Give me the 1 hour. Will bring this empire in 1 hour to its knees for the evil that's been done. You understand? After a while, they'll ban the Bible and just bring in some satanic, some philosophy that says to them, go out, conquer, and kill. Go out and destroy and conquer and take over everything. It's a damn shame, man, that this is happening with our brothers, man. And it's cowardly. I yield to what?
If I could, sir, if I could say one thing about how stupid Donald Trump is, right? and how white people love this type of white man. When you mention cowboy, the name of the ICE agents coming into Charlotte and arresting hombres trabajos hombres, working men, is Operation Charlotte's Web. Like he makes some funny, whimsical name about destroying people's lives, like Alligator Alcatraz and Operation Charlotte's Web, because they get joy from this. This is like a fun, pleasurable experience when they see these videos. And I notice so many other white people don't understand their fathers. You might not understand your own people because you don't know how much pleasure, how much schadenfreude white people get from this. Because he named this Charlotte's Web. Like he named Alligator Alcatraz because the thought of alligators eating them was so whimsical and fun and happy. He named this after a children's book. Right. Like that's a child's book because this is a fun idea of seeing mass men just break car windows and snatch people out their cars. And they get so much joy from this. And I know white people don't understand how your own people are. But this is why you shouldn't be in charge. Yeah. Because you enjoy this. Like this is so pleasurable to you to hurt people. And that's why you have to live in a cave. That's why you cannot be around other people because you're uncivilized and you get joy from other people's heartache.
And you got no soul.
Please.
Like that's why you can't have compassion on anybody because you got no soul. There's nothing inside you. That's why you don't invent anything. You steal it. That's why you can't create. That's why you ain't artistic. All your art is sexual filth because you got no soul inside you. And the Lord gonna show you that. What you got for me, Dad, on that revelation? Who was holding that? You got it? Go ahead,
Okay.
about what?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 10.
Now pass it to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Right, like they're gonna finally say at last, because they're gonna be glad that this place finally, at last, it finally got stopped. Right now, you're not being stopped, but finally, one day, finally, you're gonna be stopped. And when you get stopped in that day, the world will say, at last, in one day. Read on.
Come on.
Read from in one day, if you don't mind.
From in one, yes, sir. Come on. Read up.
Please.
Come on. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8. Therefore shall her place come in one day. Death and mourning and famine.
Death and mourning, something you do not experience. You bring death and mourning to everybody else, but you don't experience death and mourning. You have no soul to even try to put yourself in that position. Go ahead,
And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
And the Lord going to burn this place with fire. I mean, that's biblical judgment, whether you like it or not. The Lord's going to utterly burn this place with fire. Go ahead.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
Strong is the Most High. Right now, you don't believe in the Most. You think the Lord ain't going to do nothing. You think that it's all a myth and people should believe in aliens. But boy, strong is the Most High that does it. You got more?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication.
You hear that? The kings of the earth that have served the devil, that have joined this place and this evil and put on this same spirit. Go ahead,
and live deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her.
Right. All the wicked nations of this earth that took part in this wickedness, that got rich. France is paying for it now. Man, they pulling up out of France. Y'all heard about France? They rioting in the streets of France. They trying to get the president out of the main spot wherever the president stay at. They shutting down. They called it something like close all roads or something. They burning up all the roads, burning up buildings over there. They ain't putting it in the news, but they burning that place apart. Why? Because the Africans done got together and cut them off from all the wealth. And on top of it, Russia is helping them and cutting them off. France gets its oil from Russia. Now Russia's cutting them off. So France is looking bad. All of these empires will look bad. That goes for the African ones too. They don't get a pass either. They do not get a pass either for all that they've done to our people. That's why it was so heinous. Once again, the true prophets of the Lord suffered so much under you fake Israelites. You got these purple cats out there recruiting Africans from all over Africa who actually sold us into slavery. What a whore you brothers are. But hey, if you're gay, it ain't hard to just accept things because you're putting on an effeminate spirit anyway.
Right.
So it ain't hard to take on all kinds of false philosophies and things like that. I ain't gonna be surprised if after a while y'all just come out and say we gonna accept being gay and all of that because you have no morals, you have no strength. But the Most High is gonna bring a horrible punishment on this earth. America gonna get it as well too. Tons of plagues in the Lord's bag of weapons of war. Tons of plagues, tons of things that can do you such damage, and you should have it for being so evil. You got a little more?
A little bit, sir.
Go ahead.
When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
They're going to see the smoke of her burning, and they're going to be, these wicked nations they're going to bewail her. They're going to be like, oh man, how did America fall? We were getting so rich. We made so much money. We enslaved so many people.
They gonna bewail. You know who gonna bewail her? Your same Arabs that got your chicken joints. Your same Southeast Asians that got your wig stores. Your same Koreans that got your Chinese restaurants. Especially the so-called Jew who owns your music, your videos, the Arabs in the Middle East that sell you your furniture. Everything you buy, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, you get it from a heathen that commits what the Lord called fornication with this whore. Why? Because they join in with this whore on your destruction. I know I'm diatribing, it's a lot of y'all, but that prophecy needs to be said because that judgment is coming, and it is going to be righteous when it comes for these things that's done to each and every one of these brothers, man, and sisters. Go ahead, Ak. That was it, right? So what? I appreciate it, Ak. I yield. My Yak, how you making out? We ain't getting back yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm good, sir. I did a test. Can I do an audience test? Can I ask the viewers to hit a 1W if you hear me clear? Hit a 1W if I sound muffled, or if you hear static, hit a number 2. But if I'm clear, hit a number 1. How you hearing me, General?
I'm hearing you very clear. There is a big delay on the show, though. So the show itself is highly delayed as it's going through the system. I'm still hearing Muhammad's comments on the Edomite.
What these ones came through just now, though.
So they did come through in the chat room. Everybody.
Okay. Can you hear me good right now?
I hear you good, myself.
Okay.
Come on. Now, everybody that said 1W, hit the like button. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all all put the 1W in. Put the like button in.
Hit the like button. Share. Subscribe. Goddammit.
Sir. Big shout out to everybody.
Damn right.
You even got Archie in here.
Archie from DC.
1W. Nice. Yeah, man. Big shout out to General Kubala Ma.
Yeah, man.
Hold it down.
Damn right,
Damn right.
General, if I could, they got a story about ICE, how the FBI is warning there's a lot of cats imposters acting like they're ICE agents. And they also had an article before this about how they wasn't properly vetting people. They had cats who wasn't taking the fingerprints, who wasn't taking the drug test. All the academy, so they had to put a lot of them out. A lot of them got through the cracks. And now you got cat. Now the FBI is saying, watch out for imposters. You know what I mean? For the whole ICE agent thing, sir. You know what I mean?
Because Donald Trump probably doesn't even care whether or not they go through any critical training or any critical scrutiny. Donald Trump just cares that they hate blacks and Latinos.
That's it.
They hate blacks and Latinos as far as he's concerned, hire. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is exactly what went on in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
Whenever the bureaucracy wasn't racist enough, fast enough for them to accomplish their goals, they just turned the people against us.
Right.
And listen, and kept that divide with us and the people the whole time. Like we were such fools, those of us that believed in church. If I could, I'm sorry, Howard.
Yes, sir. No sweat. No, go ahead, sir. I'm too out, sir.
My bad. I didn't mean to just cut it on. We were such fools, those of us that went to church, because we believed for all these years, we believed God loved everybody. We believe we all one in one group. We all that God gonna save everybody, that God gonna bless us. That's why the church is such an abomination, because the church never gave you the tools to really help yourself against the people who were trying to destroy you. The church gave you the tools to be a slave, while the other nations came right into your neighborhood and set their own businesses up and made money off of you when you don't make any money off of them. I'd like to see what Arab community do black people have businesses in? What Korean community do black people have businesses in? There's a Chinatown in every major city in America. Which one of those have black-owned businesses that are respected? You understand? It takes more than just us supporting us. It takes us supporting us and them supporting us if they want our support of any kind. But we don't know that. You know why? Because your preacher's a whore. Your pastor is a degenerate homosexual. These are people, these are the worst of the Lord's chosen people. That's why Christ was against them. Christ was against them Sadducees. Christ treated them Sadducees like they were the filth of the earth. You go back and read the way Christ spoke to them. Christ cursed them out, beat their ass, talked to them like a dog, disrespected them in public. Christ did all of that. Checked them when they had something smart to say. Christ dealt with them religious leaders out like the pieces of garbage that they were. And they were, because in the end, they sold Israel out to get us destroyed. And they're going to do the same to you. Let me tell you something. Given the chance, those same leaders would have us destroyed. Have any black people that came up against them. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, why? Let me tell you about Van. Everybody know about can I just tell y'all about Van Jones? Y'all know Van Jones, right? For those of you that may not know, Van Jones was one of Barack Obama's assistants or somebody that worked in his cabinet. And he became a CNN commentator, right? He became a CNN commentator. Bear with me one quick second. And brother, do you know that Van Jones went to the so-called Jew and apologized for Kanye West? They got it on tape. I'm finna play it for you right now. He went and apologized. And listen, and apologized for our black community not stepping up and defending the so-called Jew. Van Jones is a whore. He came right out of church. Let me if I don't know, can they get it on this mic? Let me see if can I try to play it on this mic?
You can send it to the show, so whatever you ask.
Can I send, how do I do that?
You can send it to me, and I can send it to the show.
Okay, just help me, walk me through it. How do I get it to you? I'm hitting the share button. I'm copying it. Where do I want to send it? Through email?
Yes, sir.
Through email.
Cut to the soul.
To cut. Okay. All right. Let's write it. All right. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Cut to the soul.
Yes, sir. 144@gmail.com.
Hold on. No. That's not it. Cut number 2.
Yes, sir.
The word the, THE.
Yes, sir.
The word soul, SOUL. Sorry, y'all.
Con.
Cut to the soul at Gmail.
144.
Oh, shoot. Slocky.
Cut to the soul 144, sir.
Slocky, y'all. The water for allowing me to get through it, y'all. Cut to the soul 144 at Gmail, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Slocky, but I got to let y'all get this. .com, right? Right. Well, I thought that would be in here. Hold on. See if I can get this. Okay. Let's see. I'm putting 1 as the subject, all right? Since I can't get nothing else, all right? Say again.
Boom. Second 1 second.
All right, I'm sending. Now y'all got to see him. You want to see now he did this behind closed doors. Somebody got the tape and went to put it out. First of all, they didn't even put the audio out. They just made the statement that he said it. You know what he did? He went around to all them states, those podcasts and shows, and said that was false. Y'all take it down. All of them started taking it down. The guy that originally got it said, "Nah, I ain't lied. That was the truth," and released the audio of this cat. You get it? Did you get it, Marah?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Now, Marah, you're gonna play it, but you got to push it all the way towards the end because he got a ton of commentary in the beginning. Yeah, to the part where it changes over. Right. Go back. Right. A little more back. Right before he starts. Right there. You back too far. Go forward. Right, back, a little bit back. Boom, right there. You got it.
Playing the video now, sir.
Go ahead.
exactly as we said it was.
Gonna start off with an apology. For the silence of my community and for the speech of my profession. When we now have the shock to you, the pain to you, and the humiliation to us of having an African-American icon praising Hitler and Nazis, and we act like we don't know where the hatred came from. And I want to say very clearly, when it was a drip, we did not turn it off. And now it is a flood. And I want to say to you, I apologize for the silence of my community. The silence is over. And I want to say to Kanye, who I know, yay, nay. Yay, nay. Yay, nay.
Like, not only that, he went up there and called him yay nigger. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he not? Go ahead, Mariah.
I think he said yay, nay.
Oh, I thought he said the full out N word. The point is, he turned around and apologized to the people who wiped out the Palestinians, first of all, and got mad at Kanye West for coming up against him when they were destroying his career and threatening to put him in an asylum, orchestrated the removal of his kids from him, and said it ahead of time, and stole millions right out of his bank account without telling him. All that while they were the ones destroying the Palestinians, leveling the city to the ground. And Van Jones goes to them and begs, apologizes and begs them. Like, that's who's sitting on CNN every day acting like he's an advocate for black people. And this bastard is an advocate for the so-called Jew.
Can I say something, sir?
Please.
And it sounds like he's charging black people for white people's so-called anti-Semitism. Like he said, it was a trickle, and because his community didn't do anything, now it's a flood. Like we to blame for the whole country being against Jewish people.
Right. You're so right, General. When meanwhile, people was against them for what they did. People wasn't just against them just to be against them. They was against them for what they did. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, that's the kind of people we have in charge. Now, do you think Van Jones wants our voice out there? Do you think Van Jones wants us telling the truth about what's going on? He act like he's such an innocent schoolboy. Every other month he crying on CNN about how hurt he is. But meanwhile, now you're going to turn around and act like we were the enemy and did it and tried to hide it after he did it. Tried to hide it where we would not be able to see it. Because he didn't want us to know secretly he hates us. Secretly, he's against us. Secretly, he's working for them and angry at us for not apologizing and not intervening on behalf of the white Jews. That man is an abomination to the black race and Latino race and Native Indian race. You mean? And these are the people that get voices. Your preacher is the people that gets voices. These people that have voices about our lives are the reason our lives are destroyed.
Right.
We sinned against the Lord. Now we turning from that sin and turning back to the Lord. They're supposed to be in there helping our people to not sin against the Lord. Instead, they're helping our people to sin against the Lord. Where all your entertainers come from? Did you see the Kirk Franklin special that just came out? Brother, you had to see these young teenagers twerking all over each other at a gospel reunion. I wish I had the tape. I don't have the tape. But it is hold on, we good, Marah? I'm getting a block on the live. We solid? We good? Yeah, they could just be my. Yeah, it might just be mine. Might just be mine. You understand? So it's insane how they were acting in there. The church and the way of the church is what helps destroy us. The way of that preacher that wanted that woman to come up with more money. That's the way that destroys us, man. In this place. I yield. Salaki, y'all.
If I could, so can I get Micah 3:11? Based on what you said. Now, this cat not a preacher, but for sure he's a person of influence in our community, man.
Jeff Bezos, according to Kahan Tamyah, Jeff Bezos gave him millions. Salaki.
Yes, sir. Which is what you're saying, and gonna go right to the scripture I'm gonna bring out. Because even though he is not a so-called preacher, pastor, imam, he's still somebody that got some sort of influence on us as a people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord says something about men like him. And all this comes from the Christian church. It all comes from the Christian church. That preaching for prosperity garbage they teach.
Yeah.
You understand? This is what this is right here. He's speaking for prosperity. He want that money. Who got Micah 3:11? Read.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward.
Say it again.
The heads thereof judge for reward.
The heads, meaning this cat right here, he had some sort of influence over Black America, Hispanic, Native Indian America. And he judging for money, for reward. He want to get a reward. He made that comment to get some money out of them. That's the only reason why he did it, to get paid. Go ahead.
And the priests thereof teach for hire.
He teaching what he's saying. He teach that for hire, man. He's hired to do those things. They hire him for that.
And not by us.
Cut on one cut. This is how Commander YAHANNA said. He get hired. We ain't hiring him. The oppressors are hiring them. The ones paying him are hiring him to say what he say. The same way they had him catch in the Christian church, get hired to teach the way they want him to teach. It's the exact same thing. Ain't nothing different, man. Keep on reading, brother.
And the prophets thereof divine for money.
They divine is it for money, man. That's that cat right there. That's Van Jones right there. And all your prosperity preachers in the Christian church out here teaching for money, teaching doctrines of lies and deceiving the people and the masses. That's why he smiled the way he smiled, that head shining the way it's shining. That money got him that. You understand? That's why he's smiling, because he knows he got that paycheck coming. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. About that money, man. It's like it's our yield.
Yeah, listen, it's horrible. Captain Kahan Tamyad said that Eric Adams just went to Israel to apologize. The New York City mayor, he went over there to apologize. Like them so-called Jews is dealing with some power. They got power behind them, brother. That is amazing. Because they've got everybody bowing down the knee. And the Most High wants to know, are we going to serve the Lord or are we going to serve a lie?
Right.
They chose to serve a lie. Boy, it feels good to serve the truth. It feels good to wake up every day. You know what I'm saying? It feels so good to wake up every day and to feel completely free to say what it is that you want to say, because you're not built on these lies that they've tried to build the Black community on. Like us in the UPK, we've come up against all their lies openly, and because of it, we walk with a free mind. Like, we don't have to think about what we say before we say it, because we already got it down. Big shout out to General Kabbalah Mov. He said, "You so right, Q. That's how real witchcraft works. Real witchcraft comes when these people oppress the hell out of you and make it so that you can't think clear and say clearly what is going on." You understand? And we used to learn this, if I could throw this to the side, we used to learn this in wrestling when I used to wrestle back in high school. From Esau. Esau said this: listen, when you go out there to wrestle, do not have any fear, because if you have any fear, you will not be able to think. Fear shuts down your thoughts. And we would be afraid to be afraid, because we didn't want to get shut down and get our ass whooped. So we had to stay like I ain't care what's going to happen because it's true. Psychologists will tell you that. Fear shuts down your ability to think because the body goes into what they call it fight or flight. So your body goes into automatic to try to save you out of the danger. So your brain, other parts of your brain shut down so you don't think clear. And that's what witchcraft is. That's to shut you down from the truth. And the truth is blacks, Latino, and Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people. And no matter what the world goes with, the truth is going to be the truth. And the Bible will manifest the truth regardless of how nobody feels. The Bible going to bring it out, bring it forth, all that. That's why our works are so great and why we reading about great works of great men from thousands and thousands of years ago. This is the greatest, get me right. This is the greatest story ever been told on the face of this earth. And the culmination of it. Imagine being in the kingdom of heaven and telling these stories. You think you got blockbuster movies now. You're going to be in the kingdom, man, you know, with the blockbuster movie of Ibad Hayah.
They don't know what that is, sir.
Oh, y'all don't know about block. Damn, I'm behind age. Go on. I got a little mileage. So what? You understand? Those of you that don't know. A big hit movie, all right? Like that's going to be the big hit movies in the kingdom. Talking about all these things. People are going to read books about what you did and how you did it and how you persevered in it. They're going to read about it. You read about it. You read about Christ drinking wine in Jerusalem while the Romans ruling over them and them coming together on how they're going to get out this mess. You read about David going through that. You read about Moses going through that. And so many others in between. Guess what? You're going to read about these brothers too. You're going to read about these camps. You're going to read about these prophets. You're going to read about the works that they did. And know this, when you read those stories from the past, there are many men that were involved in that story that's not even mentioned. But they going in that kingdom of heaven.
Right.
And the same goes for now. Many men are involved in walking this righteous path. You ain't going to necessarily know them all, but they going in the kingdom of heaven. That much is true. And that day is going to be something else. So whatever, let me know about that. I yield. Salam.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Colonel Wakan. FBI warns of criminals impersonating ICE agents to rob and kidnap victims.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
If I could, John, that's why you see them acting the way they act. Remember we was talking about it before, how them cats act the way they act. Like they don't act like nobody from law enforcement. They act like some cats from the street. That's why. Because you got impersonators in there. You got cats who ain't really about it. And there's another article where they said they took the training process from almost like 12 weeks down to 6 weeks now. And a lot of people that got through wasn't properly vetted. They didn't get fingerprinted. They didn't take drug tests, but they still able to get through.
Yeah. It's gonna be just like that. They're gonna certain areas, they just gonna sign them up. Sign them up for whatever. You know what I mean? They just gonna sign them up.
And
you know
gentlemen,
what I mean?
sorry, sir.
Go
If
ahead.
I could, in that article, if you're dying reading some of that article, they got certain places where these cats that's terrorizing and impersonating are heavy into it. And one of them places is North Carolina. Right where they at right now. You know what I mean? Can you read it for him, brother?
Colonel Wakan. It says, according to the FBI, victims have been threatened, robbed, kidnapped, and even sexually assaulted by individuals posing as federal officers. Some of the incidents occurred in New York, Florida, and North Carolina.
What do they call that? The operation in North Carolina, General?
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web, ain't that something? Right where they at right now, where they got all them impersonators at, General. Cats who act like they agents, they ain't really agents. They just now they doing it because they can.
And that's what they really want. You know how many police officer impersonators they arrest among white people every year? Every year, you can go on the internet and check. They got tons of Edomites running around impersonating police officers. And these is rapists, degenerates, child molesters, all kinds of deviants, but they want to have the power and authority of the police department so they can oppress people. So they can, I mean, they be pulling people over, doing all kinds of stuff, and they don't even be cops. They just, you know, regular civilian with some stuff they bought online, they throw on, and now walking around doing this. General Kubalamov said Louisiana is up next. Charlotte and Louisiana are up next, meaning they're going to be going to those cities as well. They're going to be going all over the place, but we're going to hold our ground. We're going to stand with the Most High. You cannot beat what the Lord wants. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So you sowing some real evil in the earth. And what was his name? Steve Bannon. Muhammad, you told me this early before we came on the air. Steve Bannon came out and told them straight out that they got to get Trump another term, because if they don't get him another term, all of them Edomites is going to jail. Damn. They already know. They know if y'all don't get Trump another term, everybody going to be locked up. And let me tell you, he said that now because right now, brother, MAGA just got kicked in the balls. MAGA is feeling horrible because they realize they got a full, what they believe, allegedly, a full-on child molester in the White House. And some of them also are claiming that there was affairs with men and women in that White House. Like they went to the full sexual, they broke all the molds. Let's get them Trump stories up in here, man. What y'all got on Trump? Come on with it.
Oh, sorry. Former Trump strategist just said some people are going to jail after the presidency.
Yeah, it is.
Go
ahead.
But what he said next was 10 times worse, critics warn.
Keep going.
Con, sir. Con. Slovakia, sir.
And I want to know what, and let me tell you something. What are those MAGAs going to feel when they realize how immoral and how played they got? And let me say this, big shout out to what's her name? Mary Green. What's her name?
Oh,
Marjorie.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Big shout out to you, baby girl. Big shout out to you, because you was a racist, evil bitch when it came to blacks and Latinos. And boy, oh boy, she eating some crow right now. Yeah. She done turned totally on the MAGA movement. But I'm going to give it to her. I know they're trying to bury it. I would give it to her for this reason, because she's probably the only one that had enough heart to look at that thing in the face and see what it is and to come out and say, I ain't down with that. She's probably the only one, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else going to do that. Megyn Kelly, do we got the, I'm sorry, I'm jumping. But do we got the part of the story where Trump talked about the HBCUs? Yes, sir. We got the video. You need the video really to cue it up, where she questions him about it, and he, of course, out and out lies. MTG, they calling her, huh? If you can get it, if not, don't worry about it. But that's going to come up as well. Donald Trump tried to say that they had to allow 600 foreign nationals from China into the United States, because if they don't, the HBCUs would be in jeopardy. You have it? And which is a damn lie. Cue it to that if you could. Let's play that part. Once again, use the blacks again when you get caught in a lie. When you know good and well some deal was made so somebody could get some money stuffed in their pocket to bring them Chinese nationals over here and to get them all up into Harvard and Yale and everywhere else. Come on with it.
China. And I'm getting along very well with President Xi. I think it's very insulting to say students can't come here because they'll go out and they'll start building schools and they'll be able to survive it. But I like that their students come here. I like that other countries' students come here. And you know what would happen if they didn't? Our college system would go to hell very quickly. You'd have, and it wouldn't be the top colleges. It would be colleges that struggle on the bottom. And you take out 300,000 or 600,000 students out of the system. I like having, and I told this to President Xi, that we're honored to have their students here. We're getting along very well with China.
Wait, there's more. Wait a minute. You got to get me where he mentions the HBCUs. First of all, that was enough alone. He said it'd be the lower colleges, meaning the poorer colleges. But can you get me where he says specifically the HBCUs? Because he said it. I heard it. If you can find it, cue it. Don't play it on the air, but if you can find it, cue it. Right. So now they want these HB1 visas to bring these Chinese over here so they can all now get them a nice education on our backs while they extort us for every quarter that ever came out of our pocket for us to pay for our college tuition. You understand? While they get to come over here and enjoy themselves on the backs. You know what the problem is? You ain't got enough power to buy these whores off. Like China can buy them. That's why.
Even after COVID.
Right. Even after COVID, even after tariffs, even after they threatened to invade Taiwan, even after all that, even after they declared they're going to back Russia up in a war, you still want to bring their 600,000 troops over here when I thought it was all about MAGA. And see, the part about MAGA, the white racists in MAGA feel slighted. Like, Trump, what you doing? I thought it was all about us hating everybody but us white people. Let me tell you something, man. You white men are looking for a day of glory that has long been gone. You looking for a day where you are the salt of the earth, where you are looked at as the great one, as Jesus, as the Savior, that you're looked at as the intelligent one, that you're looked at as the person to go to, and all that. Them days are gone. What you trying to strive for and reach for and get back, you will never get it back because we in the time of the end. And in this time, you got to go. In this time, the empires of this world must fall. Okay.
And boy, they fighting hard, General, to keep them Epstein files from coming out. Listen, can I read something real quick?
Please, Joe. They working hard on them. Boy, they doing gymnastics on the Epstein file. Go ahead.
Epstein got a brother named Mark Epstein, right? And it says Mark in March 2018, Mark emailed to Jeffrey Epstein and told him to ask Steve Bannon if Russian President Vladimir Putin has that photo of Trump blowing Bubba. Now they don't explain who Bubba is, but now Mark Epstein comes out. He's now saying that everybody thought I was talking about Clinton was Bubba, but he's saying it wasn't Clinton. But they don't really go into what this blowing means.
Right.
And Putin got the photo.
God, damn. El Presidente. They done caught Trump with Bubba, so that means the Russians. Now, if the Russians got that photo, they've been leaning on him, man. MAGA assholes, dumb and stupid. You understand? These other nations is running rings around your president and around this nation and just doing what they want to do. You understand? And sitting up there, your enemy, Russia. That's why he was over there with Russia. It was Russia with love. Every time he got off that plane, it was nothing bad. He went against the CIA when it came to Russia. He said, well, I got no reason not to believe it. He said that. He said, I got no reason not to believe it. If he said he didn't do it, I got no reason to believe he didn't. Meanwhile, the CIA and them was furious. The FBI and them was furious, was throwing them out the country, locking them up, all that. But he said, I don't see no reason. I don't see what they did. We know why now, because he had the big photo, right?
That's it.
He had the big photo. And boy, if that hit the street, boy, they're going to crush MAGA. They're going to crush MAGA. You white boys, boy, you're going to be broke back MAGA mountain. Y'all going to be in a jam if it hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? Boy, oh boy. Go ahead, y'all. So now they ain't saying who Bubba is, right?
Except for that was Bill Clinton's name, Bubba. That's
that
what
was
everybody
his
called him,
nickname.
Bubba. But of course, he said it wasn't him. So I guess it ain't him. More than likely, they're lying. And it absolutely was Bill Clinton. But of course, now it's not true because I'm sure he's hoping for Trump to give him some money. Everyone knows now that if you please Trump, he'll give you a pardon. That Ghislaine Maxwell, she's living so good in prison right now.
That's right.
They said she sees her visits. She has her visitation in the chaplain's office.
Good night.
She getting unlimited toilet paper over there, which is like you might as well have gold.
Right.
If you got unlimited toilet paper. And the people that complained about her, there was women in prison that complained they didn't want to sell up with a child molester.
Right.
Those women got moved out of that facility into a higher level facility.
Damn.
For complaining that they did because they didn't want to house up with some child molester.
Which is a common jailhouse rule.
Please.
You do not house yourself with child molesters.
And it's real funny because I noticed too that of course Jeffrey Epstein, while Trump was president, committed suicide. And in the Epstein file, there's also a part in there, the Jordan Mayakez, when it says that Trump spent hours with person A.
Damn.
Now, then they released who person A was. Person A is this girl who also committed suicide when Trump became president this time around.
Damn.
She's dead. She killed herself. Supposedly, everybody that you would like to talk to about what Trump did, you'd like to ask her about what happened during those hours. Damn it, you can't get her though because she killed herself. You like to talk to Epstein. What did Trump do? Oh, shit. You can't talk to him either because he killed himself, sir.
And the latest files, they really, they went through them files, and now those files are halfway all redacted.
And of course, both of them killed themselves when Trump was president. Epstein killed himself when Trump was president, and this girl that he spent hours with killed herself months ago when he became president a few months ago.
Wow. Them Epstein files is chasing him down. And somebody gonna spill them.
Oh, forget about it.
Somebody is going to spill them, and it's going to be a mess. Come to find out, the one that was supposed to be so morally right, so going to clean the swamp, drain the swamp, one that was going to make America great again and high morals and all that, turned out to be the worst of the lot.
Trump going to drain the swamp, all right. He's going to suck it dry.
Good night.
He's going to suck that swamp through a straw till it ain't no more swamp. Till it's dry.
Lord have mercy.
And with all you tough guys, this is just so perfect. Because you Trump lovers are the toughest deer hunters in the world. All of you a bunch of Navy SEALs. You're so tough. Meanwhile, Trump gives oral sex to men. It's in the Epstein list that he did not want to get out. I got how many videos do I have to look before I find Trump with a transgender? It's right up here on the internet with Rudy Giuliani. Give me the video for Commander Giuliani. When he was talking about how sexy and how pretty Rudy Giuliani was in the dress. All of you, you're so manly. You're so manly, you Trump voters. Trump is gay. You ran from the Democratic Party because they were gay. You ran to the Republicans. All of them are gay.
Damn.
The Democrats and the Republicans are gay. Oh, but you're a tough guy. You're so tough. Here's your tough hero right here. Go ahead, please play for the Commander Giuliani, please. Now here's the hero right here. They're Mount Rushmore of
long way. Look what we found in our
good night. Was that Rudy?
Oh, that's Rudy Giuliani.
Oh my God. That's Rudy.
Yeah. Look at him kiss. Smell his perfume. This is the manliest man in the world, huh? Donald Trump.
Now this thing, what is, oh my God. About your president. Not right.
And MAGA, they quick to call somebody a faggot on the news.
Night.
Listen, I mean, that's their whole thing, that they're just manly. When white men are not manly, and I think white men know that. I think white men know that blacks and Latinos are more masculine than them. And white men are gay, not like white men are gay just because why not? It's almost like that with them. Like, you know, if they're around late at night and there's no women there and they've been drinking, then one of them just pretends to be a girl. If they're in a college fraternity, you know, and they're having fun, then they'll just have sex with each other. That's just how they're made up. How far do I have to look to see any white college fraternity and them sodomizing each other to pledge each other? Putting a dildo in somebody's mouth during pledge time for Kappa Kappa Damma 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 on some college campus, because it's like what they do for fun. It's not like being gay, like I'm going to marry a man, but it's like being gay because we're here and we had the cocaine. So why not just do it? Because they're not even men to begin with at all. Now this is when he was mayor. Damn, he was mayor, and they had one of them, you know, these clubs they have, sir, like they have fun and talk to each other and drink and, you know, off in the woods and whatnot, and they're just having fun. That's all, just dressing up like a woman, kissing, just to have fun. That's who you chose to be the leader of all masculinity.
Good night.
Him? You think that's a real man?
Good night.
Come on, you white men, you're so effeminate. All of you are just feminine. Ask your wife. She knows. And ask your woman.
General Obama today, he just gave him a part. Giuliani a part.
He sure did. He sure did.
About that. That was last week.
John.
Yes,
Yeah. If I can't, I was just watching this movie called The Jackal, right? And and they say art imitates life. They showed these soldiers, these hardcore Marine soldiers and snipers. They had a party like General Hyman talking about, getting drunk. Then some music came on, and a certain song, and they start screaming and saying, "Hey, naked time!" And they just took off all their clothes and was ass naked in this little club, drinking, getting drunk, naked, just partying and dancing naked. And I said, "This is white people. Art definitely imitates their real life." I yield.
And can I just add one thing? And one of the greatest lessons we should learn from that is that all of our deviant behavior is coming from them. All of this is taught behavior. Every bit of it, every ounce of being gutted as a human being comes from them. And boy, if we could just see how precious it is and how much we've given up as a people. We are an extremely peaceful people, extremely patient people. And otherwise, we wouldn't have lasted this long. And yet, brother, we still don't understand that this kind of a person only comes from them. And once the Lord removes us from them, we're going to be a whole different kind of people. We're going to be so different, and we should find our way back to us. Salakia, please.
I have another one, sir, if you could. Let me hear what Trump said about, I think his name is Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicklaus, he was a famous golfer. Trump said he was all man. All man. Is that the one you have about? Oh, my God. Let me tell you what Trump said. Trump was talking about the late golfer, Jack Nicklaus, I believe his name was. And he said he saw him in the dressing room. He said Jack Nicholson had a giant penis. He said he was all man. He had a big, big penis. He says this on TV in front of the reporters. Trump. He was raving about the size of this man's penis. Raving about it. Him talking about how big this man's penis was. It's all over the goddamn. Just put in Trump compliments a man's penis.
Like,
and
that's
this is the hero. This is the hero of all white manly men, elk hunters. This Donald Trump, who loves penis, sucked Bill Clinton's penis, Bubba's penis. Allegedly in the papers. Allegedly, Donald Trump, Putin has a photo of Donald Trump sucking somebody's penis, allegedly. That's who you chose to be your hero and champion of elk hunting and deer heart eating and going out in the woods and hunting. That's your hero.
Getting your camouflage
Get your
on.
camo all
You know what
on.
I mean? Your backpack.
Your hat with sunglasses on top of the hat.
Yes.
That's your hero. You could have chose better, man. You could have chose better. But I see Trump is just like you, a closeted homo, allegedly, who acts like he's tough around other people. You don't have it, it's fine, but it's all over the damn internet. Go ahead. But I'm sorry, Udiah.
What else we got, Udiah?
Democrats reveal Jeffrey Epstein emails alleging Donald Trump spent hours with one of his victims.
They named the victim?
That's the one.
I'm gonna go a little rat. Oh, that's the
one is the one who's dead now.
Gotcha. She's gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
Wow. More of this will come out. And this is the Lord's doing for the evil being done to us. This is the Lord's doing, man. Okay. I'm gonna move on, all right? Q, Udiah, hit me again. Q said he wanted some tigers now. He's working with his niece on the LPGA tour. Go ahead, Udiah. What else you got?
Sir.
Like now we finding out that MAGA held for about a year. It held for about a good solid year. After that, it went south. What are we in the first year? We still in the first year.
We still in the first year.
We in the first year.
And not like I think we have or not have.
Right.
like one or the other.
Right. 1 year and all of Caligula comes out.
And I wonder sometimes, sir, if this cat is not going to make it 4 years. Because you know what I wonder about this Epstein file? Trump already passed the biggest tax break in history. And he made billions of dollars for rich white men. And I wonder if now they put him in for the tax break and just get rid of him after the tax break.
It's possible.
Just because now they've made, the amount of money I heard that they made over that tax break is it's the biggest in history.
Right. Yeah.
And they damn near know that they can just put him in when they want, get him out when they want.
Yeah.
Like just get rid of him because they got the Epstein files the same way they had the Watergate tapes on Nixon.
That's right.
And you could just really get rid of Trump when you feel like it.
Right.
Like if there's some more gain to have him in, leave him in. If there's more money for Amazon and China and Russia to make, leave him in. But the minute you don't want him in, you just push a button or send and get him out the White House.
And it'd be over. Because they like that Vance cat is their man.
Exactly. They like him, but boy, white people he wasn't racist enough for Trump. Right. He wasn't racist enough to get the people behind him.
Right.
But now that you got the tax break, put Vance in.
Right.
Put him in. He'd be fine right now. I found a video too about the penises. If you want to see it, sir, that was it. Unless you want to move on, that's fine. Either one.
No, we can keep on going. Look.
Next one.
Go on, sir. Major U.S. carrier arrives in Caribbean as Trump puts Venezuela in his crosshairs.
Right. Like this, now we know what all the deportation was about. All that deportation was really because they know that they was getting ready to go in there and steal that oil in Venezuela. Like America has been very, very good at going around the country, around the world, and breaking into people's country and stealing whatever the hell it wants. Afghanistan, Iraq, other places as well. And Venezuela is just the latest. Venezuela, and they already threatening Nigeria. Yeah. They threatening Nigeria. No wonder when Nigeria has so much oil. And they threatening Venezuela. Like this kind of thing here, this going to call the Most High into order. This is going to call everything that he wanted into order, which is why we are to keep doing what we are doing. Because what we are doing is going to encourage the Most High and the angels and bring forth what is needed to end this world. And again, this is desperation, just like the scripture said, that they're going to come down knowing that they have but a little time. Like this, what you see happening, this is desperation. Because this is the end. We at the end of this thing. We don't know how much more is going to go because at the end, but understand this. You living at the end, which is definitely going to be the case.
All right. And it's so obvious because again, Donald Trump been fighting the Republicans, all of them been fighting to keep this Epstein stuff back. Oh, you're still talking about Epstein. That's old news. And when he can't stop this thing, he actually started an investigation on Democrats on Epstein.
Right.
I mean, that's obvious to everybody what he's trying to do.
Right.
You
He's
know what I'm
trying to
saying?
throw that smoke screen up.
Yeah, because they say if they start investigating the file, then they can't really release him to nobody again. So he's just prolonging his death. You know what I'm saying? Prolonging him from getting out.
Which is crazy. Mawasa said Caligula with the crazy mentality of Nero. Mawasa, you another one out that's just a beast on this internet, man. Big shout out to you. Because you another one that's constantly putting it down. Archie made a good point too. Nigeria has oil. That's right. And because of it, Nigeria is going to be on the hit list. If you got oil anywhere, it's probably better you don't tell nobody or something. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like gangstering. It's just like being, in the streets. Yeah. Somebody see you with a fly car and some rims, you could get robbed.
Right.
You walk around with a Rolex in the middle of the hood, you could get robbed. And the world is a hood where nations overthrow each other and steal and rob. Like that world that we have laws to stop from doing, it's what's going on with governments all over the world. Governments all over the world, their modus operandi is who got what and who can be robbed, who can be taken, who can be overthrown. And even their allies or people that work with them, they'll just overthrow them the minute that ally gets enough resources, which is so like the Bible. Like if people, a lot of you was sitting in church and you for years, sorry. No, I thought you was coming. A lot of people sit in church and for years you can't understand the Old Testament and you can't understand Revelation. You only understand the so-called Jesus love part. And the reason you don't is because you've been brought up under laws. Don't rob, don't steal. And the Bible says the same. But what you're not told is that the entire world is robbing and stealing. Governments are robbing and stealing. And you can't equate with it because you don't never want to look at your government as being so evil. And Donald Trump said something that was real heavy when he first was running for president. They were questioning him about the evils of Russia. He said, Russia's evil? We do a lot of evil stuff too. Believe me, y'all remember that? I do. He was like, we do a lot of evil too, meaning you don't understand that outside this little world that you're in, everybody's robbing and stealing. That's what governments do. The whole point of a government today is to oppress the people they have for more money and resources, to rob other countries for more money and resources. So they need to get it from both sides and suck it dry so that you can't never rise up against them. That's their plan. Every nation is doing this. But that's why Christ's kingdom is going to be so right. His kingdom going to be so right because he's coming with so much power that they ain't going to be able to resist him and go up against him.
That's right.
And you're going to have to pay him that money. And guess what? And you're going to be in order because of it. Christ is going, and black men are going to sit as the guardians over this kingdom, over this planet. And you're going to pay them for it. You're going to pay them for real peace. The UN can't do it. You trying to get the UN to give peace to every nation and all that. The UN can't do it. You need Christ to do it. Now you coming into the time where you're going to really understand the depth of the Bible and the necessity of the Bible and how important Christ is and why he's so mighty and so strong and why is his vesture going to be dipped in blood and why is he going to destroy all the nations and why it said in Isaiah that we're going to bind their kings with fetters of iron. Now you beginning to understand it because man left unchecked without the Lord will turn into an animal that will destroy the earth. They will literally bomb this place into oblivion and you'd have to go to another planet to survive. They would easily do that. And that's their point. Salaki, I yield on that.
That's right.
Damn right. What else we holding you, Dad? Right. So Zakawan West said that's the American way. Right. Exactly.
You die.
Immigrant student enrollment is dwindling at schools across the U.S.
Of course they dwindling. Who would want to go to school and be embarrassed to be dragged out to school? You know what I mean? Like, wow, of course ain't nobody going to school because they don't want to be dragged out to school. And they so dumb. They're going to hurt the economy like they never did before. Because after a while, nobody will go out. You'll have to buy everything from Jeff Bezos on Amazon or Whole Foods for your groceries or whatever they set up because nobody will want to come out because you're terrorizing everybody's community. So, of course, that's down. Salaki, give us a little more. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to try to get one or two quick ones in. I got 2 minutes. Go ahead. No, y'all want to add anything?
No, sir.
Yeah, we done on that. Let's keep on going. So enrollment is down. You understand? Which, listen, I always am an advocate for that. I look forward to the day when we are forced to establish education among ourselves. It is one of the most powerful tools that we could ever have to help ourselves, is to get away from them and really really clear our children's mind. And brother, I love what I see coming out online. You got college professors, black college professors, that's volunteering to join different groups to totally educate black people in college classes and everything. These are professors, and they doing it for free. So you in other words, they might volunteer for one class once a week, but there are so many of them that you could damn near go to college without getting the degree, of course. And who knows, maybe eventually you will, but you're going to be able to go to school totally by pro-black teachers, Latino and Native Indians. That's what we need. We need to get rid of this man's mind in our world and understand, like, how you going to ever prosper or go forward if you can't never learn about the man that oppressed you? How you going to be able to go forward? How you going to do anything? That's how the so-called Jew was able to prosper, because he was able to openly learn about the evil that was done to him by the Nazis. When we going to get to learn openly about the evil done to us? We tried to do it with Project 1619. We tried to do it with all the different things that we did over the last few years, and it made the oppressor angry. You understand? Which I told them I told them anyway in the beginning. It was a bad idea. I told them up there at Princeton too. It was a bad idea. And what's his name up there at Princeton? The wild hair? Cornell West. I tried to explain to them as well. Look, you making a mistake. Why are you trying to teach these people about the evil they did in their history instead of teaching us about it? They wanted to teach them, but didn't want to teach us about it. When we're the ones that need to, who cares whether they know or not? We need to know, because we need to make decisions for ourselves. If if all we learn is what that rotten church teaches us, we'll never be able to make a right decision. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't like me coming down on your churches. A lot of you hate me talking about General YAHANNA, man. You just too evil towards the churches, especially a lot of you celebrities, man. That's why you pour in money into them churches, because you think it's the right way to go. You think it's the way to make people more peaceful. You so dumb and stupid, because the white man is making his people more violent, more vicious, more racist, more impatient, more greedy, all of that. Meanwhile, you sit up there trying your best to make blacks, Latino, and Native Indian people more peaceful, more calm, more nice, more loving. You've been doing that song for a long time. And black leaders don't fall for this garbage anymore. I long to see the day that we have to educate our kids ourselves. We so engineering and so innovative. Our young black women, man, they're using them up, trying to make whores out of them. I mean, women that could be super. I see some of these young sisters in the truth. They super bad, raising kids, feeding brothers and families, and bagging and boxing up things for people in crises, supporting one another. Families that never get supported. People that come out of families that have always hated each other. And now all of a sudden, 10, 12, 15 sisters sending them gifts in their tough time, blowing their damn mind that they receiving this. and realizing what it is. Brothers, I ain't even got to say. Brothers, I hear them online all the time talking about it. Man, the brotherhood, the brotherhood, the brotherhood. You damn right we got a real brotherhood. We ain't arguing over who pegging who in the butt. No, we not doing that. We ain't got time for that, man. We up in here figuring out how we going to go forward helping each other. You understand? How we getting it in? I'm finna go run down Kataza and talk to him about growing root vegetables, man. Get some potatoes and carrots and sweet potatoes. Get all that up in the ground. Like we on a positive run, a real positive run. And we ain't even had to broadcast it. We've been on it since the 60s.
Right.
We've been on it. Well, part of that positive run is to face the evil that's really in front of you that you've been believing your whole life is not evil. And that is what's going on in your church and in your mosque. You understand? And you offended by us saying it, but we do it out of love for you. That's what you don't understand. Yeah, we do it. I don't hate your mom. It ain't nothing personal. I don't hate your family that go to church. It's not personal. But that place is making you useless to your people and useless to yourself and a good slave, which is what that's doing to us. And we don't need none of that, man. We need to help ourselves. I cannot wait that we can't go to school no more. Because then your kids, man, they coming out of that. Because did we not always used to say this back in the day? That your kid was great until they started going to school. Once they started going to school, they started turning into a monster. And now the fight began between whether or not you're going to be able to raise them righteous or whether or not they're going to be overthrown. You understand? By the evil or brainwashed by the evil. And believe you me, Satan is working overtime to make sure that you never build that bond, that you never build that community, that you never build that nation that really sacrifices for one another, that really is a machine of good, that is really a cushion for when you fall.
Right.
They don't want to make sure you never build that. Well, guess what? We work for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. We are determined to bring you into that world, brother, and for you to experience it and see it, sister, and to experience it as you should. You understand? Big shout out to General Kabal Muff. He said also the prison pipeline as well. Another avenue. I just talked to Captain Zakar today with all that they doing. Captain Zakar is getting up in them systems. I'm sure I don't even want to tell y'all because I tell y'all before you know it, you be done told them sodomites who is as jealous as they could be, and they gonna go up in there and prance their way up in that jail and take our positions. Before you know it, you're gonna have to be up in there with sodomites teaching. Well, Jesus said this. You nasty sodomites, man. So you're gonna see them manifest that all. Passover's coming up. Y'all know what to do. I know I give y'all a hard time about it. Rocky Road, yo, that's my job, man. Everybody pay your tithes, pay your Passover. I need 200 a pop, fam. You know what I mean? The brothers in Texas went and secured a big ranch for y'all out in Texas. They got all the trimmings waiting on y'all. 57th annual. It's getting ready to get down. You know what it is. We got short time. In a minute, ain't gonna be no more Passovers. In a minute, it ain't gonna be no more. And we've been 57 years putting this thing down through the grace and the mercy of the Most High. We done held this torch. Others have held it with us. Honor yourself. Honor this brotherhood and this sisterhood. Honor your family. Raise your dignity. Raise your self-respect. Raise your morals. We done all came from different places. Raise where you at. We done came from, the worst of the worst. Raise it, man, but not like a Christian with vanity and foolishness. Raise it with the honor of having helped and raised others. Raise it with the mindset that Christ said, that he gonna say, come sit in my kingdom. And you gonna say, why, Lord? Why me? And he gonna say, because you were one of those ones, I'm paraphrasing, that gave a drink of water to one of those that needed it. Raise that up. Put that spirit in you. Say to yourself, man, I'm going to be a man of the Most High that has works for helping my nation, works for helping my camp, works for doing the will of the Most High, and because of it, Christ is going to sit me in his kingdom, and I'm going to believe I'm totally unworthy of it. Yet he's still going to give it to me. Put that inside you, and then you won't do it and for vain sake. You'll do it to see the kingdom of heaven come. And brother, and let me say this, let me be clear. You can't get to the kingdom no other way. Like everything you see going on with Donald Trump and everybody around us, no weapon that you come up with can stop that. If you think you're going to be an army or some Black Panther or some whatever, you know, a jihad or whatever the hell you got in the back of your mind, it will never happen. It happens simply because you do the things that God says you are worthy for me to come deliver. That's how it happens. You do the things that make Christ's argument to save you real. You do the things that makes the angels who complain to the Lord real. And before you know it, the Most High will come deliver us, and it will be the greatest piece of history on the face of the earth. I'm Commanding General YAHANNA, man. I'm here with my heavy hitting crew up in the building. General Muhammad holding it down. General Micah Allah holding it down. General Hazayan in the building holding it down. And Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibad Hayah, and Officer Matham, man, keeping us rolling every week. Join us every Monday night, 9 p.m. We do it up live. Raise your spirit, fam. You got a whole nation behind you. Let's see y'all soon. Shalom.
Yeah.